What? Okay, this is actually not happening right now, but hey, what's up? So it is currently 11:20. I went to sleep at like 8:30 and I tried to get to sleep, but I literally couldn't get to sleep. I was planning on starting this video at 12 o'clock. It didn't work out because I just couldn't get to sleep, so I was like, let's just start now. But I've been resting for like 2 hours. I also have like little pimple patches on my face, but I might not take those off because they still need to like sink in, you know? Anyways, 24-hour reading challenge. Here is the rundown. I have 5 books, brand new books, and they're all very popular on TikTok. And so for 24 hours straight, I'm going to be reading these books. I'm not sure if I'm going to get through all of them. Anyway, 24 hours is a long time. But since I was like, I need a lot of motivation to start this and like actually like keep reading, I've read most of Six of Crows, and so I'm literally up to part 6, which is the last part, and I'm gonna just start off with by reading that and basically like finishing that, so I can feel like what it feels like to finish a book and just get that reminder and that like kind of serotonin and that kind of like absence. So I'm like, okay, let's read another. But anyway, the other 4 books that I have are One of Us is Lying. Okay, if I'm completely honest, I don't know much about these books. I just saw them on TikTok and I was like, okay, let's buy them. Anyways, One of Us is Lying. So let's see. 5 students walk into detention and only 4 leave alive. I know this is getting turned into a movie. It's basically a murder mystery. It's a whodunit. So it's a geek, a jock, a criminal, and a princess, and as you can see, that's very interesting for me. This is also by Karen M. McManus. I think that's how you say it. Then we have The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. He's the one she loves to hate. You kinda get it. Enemies to lovers. So there's 2 characters. So there's Lucy Hutton and Joshua Templeman. Right.
Make sure you go to sleep, yeah?
Yeah.
You video on yourself.
They are 2 people that work like this, like in this kind of desk area, and they're competing for the same job, I think. I can't be bothered to read the description. Then we have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I have seen on my For You page so many times. I also don't have TikTok right now, actually. I should let you know that. I haven't had it all of September. So it's basically this icon, Evelyn Hugo from Hollywood, who rose to fame in the 1950s or 1960s, and then she left in the 80s, and now she's doing an interview after, and she's had 7 husbands. So that's why it's called 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and it's by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Next we have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This, the only 2 things I know about this is that when people read it, they bawl their eyes out, and it's Greek mythology. And also I do cry a lot. Like, I don't know why, everything just makes me cry, even if it's like happy, doesn't really matter, sad, blah blah. And so I just feel like I'm gonna cry. I cry in every book I read, so like it's not really hard to make me cry. So I'm just a little nervous for this one, because if people who are like numb and then they read this book and they cry, it's like, and then they're actually bawling their eyes out, what's it gonna do to me? So I have coffee and I'm about to start my stopwatch. There we go. 20. Okay, I'm done. It has been an hour and 4 minutes and I'm done. It's currently 12:46 a.m. Anyway, I'm going to talk about this book a little bit. I am going to rate this a 4 out of 5 stars. On initial like thought process, I think it was really good. I love the storylines. I'm like really wanting to read the second book, but I didn't. I don't know. Ending kind of, I felt a little bit unsatisfied with the ending and that kind of thing, but I get it, there is a second book, so I guess I'll just have to read that. but overall it was really good. There was a lot of build up to task that this book kind of covers, and I think it was like a slow burn with the task, I guess. Like they were just like building up to it and up to it and up to it, so that was like good and bad because like a lot of tension was created. I also love like the relationships in this book and the connections between people. I loved how each character had such good characterization and was so specific, and I loved all the little secrets you uncover. Anyway, really good book, 4 out of 5 stars. I really loved reading it and I can't wait to read the second one. Yeah, there's 1 to 7 books in the Grishaverse, which is like the universe that Lee Harduga created. Anyway, I'm gonna have a quick break and then I'm gonna start on One of Us is Lying. Okay, so I've read 100 pages and I'm up to, I've read like 107 pages, I think. It's really good so far. All of the characters are flawed, but you kind of love all. Guys, I'm on page 175 and the title was just mentioned. Is that like satisfying to anyone else? So the sun has risen. I'm gonna go do like my makeup now and just kind of like get ready a bit and read at the same time, which should be a bit of a challenge. But you know me, I love a good challenge. Love a good weekly challenge, 24-hour challenge. Yeah, it's getting very good, this book, and I'm loving it so far. Guys, so it is 8:29 a.m. Been reading for 8 hours and 45 minutes and I just finished One of Us is Lying. It was so good. It took me a little while to get through this book because I was like kind of falling asleep because it was a really weird time. It was like 3, 4, 5 a.m. But it was really good, and I know it's like a murder mystery, but it feels like a comfort book. There was such good elements of comedy, there was elements of romance, there was, yeah, it was just so good. And I love when you get to figure out the clues with the characters. It makes you feel so much more like you're part of the story. I'm not sure if I want to give this 4 or 5 stars, but you know, I don't know yet. I also have a good Reads account if you want to follow it to see what I'm reading or how I rate books, because I'm always changing my ratings because when I see other people's ratings I'm like, oh, like I'll read them and then I'm like, that makes sense, you know. The Hating Game is up next. I'm really excited for this one. Enemies to Lovers. This is like predominantly a romance book. Like the first one, Six of Crows, was fantasy. This one was kind of like murder mystery thriller. And then Let's Do This. I'm going to be cooking and reading at the same time. This may be a recipe for disaster. Anyway, the first line of this book is, I always love doing this. I have a theory. Hating someone feels disturbingly similar to being in love with them. I've had a lot of time to compare love and hate, and these are my observations. On the ending of One of Us is Lying, I just saw a review on it and I didn't realize, like, I think my reviews are so botched right now because you know when you first finish a book and there's just no flaws in it and you're just like, okay, this is my favorite book, 5 stars, whatever, you get the gist, whatever. But yeah, the ending was a little twisted. I don't think it was dealt with very well, but the first like 3-4 quarters of the book was so good and it was definitely like a shock. Like I didn't see it coming. Okay guys, I'm on chapter 16. It is currently 3:16 p.m. and I have been reading for 15 hours and 34 minutes. I did take a break. I'm so sorry, but whatever. We keep moving on. I'm obviously not going to make it through 5 books. Oh, maybe I will. But I'm only like halfway through. I guess I'll just have to make it through 4 books, which is still pretty good though. I'm loving the character development in this. I'm loving the comedic elements. I feel really tired. Also, I did tan as well, but I didn't film it because I was like, I tanned from like 11 a.m. till like 2 p.m. I have a swimsuit top on underneath. Can you see? I've literally forgot the name of the book I'm reading because I'm so tired. The Hating Game. That was so hard. And then Hi guys, so it's the next night and my nails are now painted blue, but I'm going to go on to the Song of Achilles. I have finished the Hating Game and I have a few things to say about it. So this is probably like the most cliche book I've ever read, which is both good and bad because like everyone knew what was gonna happen. I don't know, I loved it, but you know, it's a little cliche. And I think Sally Thorne is a great author. It was also written in first person, which not a lot of romance books are written in, but I thought it was good. I thought she wrote it really well and I enjoyed the storyline even though there were so many cliches. Anyway, so now I'm moving on to the Song of Achilles and I don't really know much about this, but I do know it's got some Greek mythology in it, but everyone was like, oh, don't worry about the Greek mythology, it's really easy to understand. And I'm pretty sure it's a romance as well. Basically the first sentence is, my father was a king and the son of kings. So I'm gonna be reading for the next 6 hours. I read the first 2 books really slowly. I had been awake for like a really long time. I didn't get a good sleep the night before. At the end of it I was awake for like 45 hours, which is just crazy. Anyway, yeah, I've got some sleep now, which is good because I just like wasn't gonna survive and I just already was like malfunctioning when I was reading this. So I was reading them so slowly. So hopefully this can be a little bit shorter. Okay, I'm a little bit of the way through. It's cool, like it's easy to understand. I don't have any knowledge on Greek mythology. Like I didn't read any Percy Jackson like that when I was younger, so it's a little bit hard to understand the gods, but like they don't really mention them that much, so I'm just hoping they're not as important as I think they are. And the names are very like Greek. Like Achilles I can do. The main character's name is I can't even say it. Editing me, figure out how to say that. I still can't say like any of those names in the book. I probably can. I just like in my head they make sense, but when I say them out loud they just don't connect, you know? Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. Like, why am I talking so much? I've read the first 100 pages and oh my lord, I'm just like worried because it like seems to be going really well and like I don't know, like I'm just waiting for something bad to happen. You know when you get that feeling where it's like it's just a little bit too good? Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. I'll update you soon. Okay guys, you know how I was like, oh, everything is going really chill. Well, it's not chill anymore. I was on page 98 when I said that, and now I'm on page 100. It's not as calm anymore, but still reading. I feel like I'm literally stupid, but I've got no idea what's going on. I just like can't comprehend it. Like the last 10 pages, I've been like, what the? Hopefully it gets better. I'll keep you updated. Dressed into my PJs now. I had like a shower this morning, so more convenient. Here's my PJs. Changed them over because I feel like I was in them too long yesterday. So yeah, let's get changed real quick. There. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I have finished the Song of Achilles. I loved it. I thought the writing was 10 out of 10. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars because parts are a bit slow or some parts are a bit random. Like, it took a really long time to get to the point, but I feel like it would have been a short book if there wasn't any, like, a lot of difficulties in between. So that's why I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. It was amazing writing. I definitely recommend it. I decided to highlight. Okay, you literally can't see any of the highlighting, but there are so many highlighted quotes in there. Like, one of my favorite ones is whispered all the bits of broken comfort I could find. Or the author Madeline Miller explains the way that blood flows so well. This is also part of the Bloomsbury Modern Classics. Definitely think it's gonna be a classic. It was also the winner of the Women's Prize. I think the author is amazing and I can't wait to read some of her other work. So beautifully descriptive. It's almost okay, it's like a 4.5 stars. I regret saying 4 stars because yeah, I just think it was amazing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. We just hit 200 subscribers, or we're about to hit 200 subscribers. I don't know when this can be posted, but hopefully I've hit 200 subscribers. Actually, Queen, we've just hit 225 subscribers and we have 10,000 views on one of our videos now. So, good job. That's really exciting. I know it's weird to get excited about, but it's really like fun. And then like people are always like, hey, I love your videos, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Good night. Oh, it's 12:22 by the way, and I also went 3 minutes over. I'm sorry, but you get extra content. Anyway, bye. Have a great night. You're amazing. I feel dead inside. I've been reading for way too long and my eyes are giving up on me. You're super cool and this was super fun. Thanks. Bye. Mwah. Outro song.
Dope shit like that, Jerry. Oh, hi.